Hey everyone, welcome to the video. I'm North Central. We are among the tombstones back here again at the Bridgeport City Cemetery. And let me first of all say I do apologize for the wind noise if there is any. I'm filming this on my GoPro 11, so hopefully it's drowning a lot of it out. But it is pretty windy here today. We are on our way down here to the Old Baptist section and towards Civil War veteran Surgeon Kimble, who of course served on the CSA, and I believe he served with the 3rd Army at some point in his career with the CSA, and it's a lot of the major battles that they did. After the Civil War, he decided that he was going to pull up his roots here in Bridgeport, and he moved to Richmond, Virginia, where he lived and began his practice, of course. But his Flatstone is in a much needed state of being raised and leveled, and that is what we're going to be doing here today. All right, so here he is, William E. Kimble, Surgeon, 42nd North Carolina Infantry, CSA, January 12th, 1896. He was in the 42nd as well. This is his headstone. Of course, I can't do anything to his original headstone without permission from the family. I'm not going to cross those lines, but I can keep a flag on it. And you can see this flag's getting a little bit tattered, so I'll go ahead and replace that one. A lot of people ask me why I keep American flags on gentlemen that were in the CSA. Well, this guy didn't die in the CSA. He didn't die in the war. He died after the war. And you see January 12th, 1896. He died in Richmond, Virginia. And then, of course, his body was brought back here to Bridgeport, West Virginia. And he lived after the war as a United States citizen. So that's why I put an American flag on it. He is a veteran of the Civil War. He's not a veteran of the United States Army, but he is a veteran of the Civil War. So he has a federal headstone, or a federal footstone, which is what that is. We're going to go ahead and honor that. We're going to raise it, level it, and make sure that he has a flag, a nice flag. This one's a little tattered, so we'll change that, put a nicer flag on it, and give him the honor that's due. You know, I've been waiting for a chance for the weather and everything to clear up to where I can come over here and do this. So finally, we're good to go. A few weeks ago, I suffered a back injury. I ended up being hospitalized for a couple of days. So that knocked out about the last 2 or 3 weeks. But I feel good now. We're going to go ahead and get this stone where it needs to be. Now we're going to raise this up a little bit. This is a bucket here. I'm going to put some pea gravel down in here, raise this up some, and then dress it up and hit it with some D2, scrub it down with some Orvis paste and some water. Give it the full deck here. I definitely need it to slope down, sort of downhill this way. This is higher than this. Guys, this stuff doesn't take very long. It just doesn't. Something like that right there. I can get some dirt to fill this in. It's got a nice downward slope going this way and this way, kind of at the same time, down to this corner. I think that's going to do pretty good. Yeah, I think so. So let me go get some dirt and we'll put around this. Go ahead and get him wet. Sorry guys, wind's blowing pretty good. Go ahead and give me a bucket of water here. Make me up some Orvis paste. Now, Orvis paste is some interesting stuff. Below, say 60, 65 degrees, it kind of turns into this white paste-like stuff, right? Of course, above 65, 70 degrees, it turns into more of a liquidy goo. In either consistency, it dissolves pretty good in water. Of course, when it's a goo, it dissolves better. But you can get it to dissolve in a bucket of water. You can see this stone is fairly clean before I even really started it. So I've cleaned this stone before, and if you haven't seen that video, I will go ahead and put a link down in the description and right up here in one of these corners so that you can see it. So you can see it comes to a nice frothy, soapy deal. And this is by the National Cemetery Administration. This is what you're supposed to use on gravestones, is a pH balanced soap. And that is what Orvis soap is pH balanced. It's like an 8 or a 9 on the scale. Just really good stuff. I'm gonna try and get down to these letters a little bit. Across real good. These letters here. Make sure that mostly I just get the dirt that I put on top of it off of it, if nothing else. But you see these black marks right here? That's kind of a, I'm not real sure what that is. It's tough stuff. It don't like coming off. It will come off eventually. The other stuff is just kind of a mineral stain. I'll give you a picture of what this stone used to look like before I did anything at all to it. And as you see, the water wants to run downhill now, which is good. Get that out of there. Get another water bottle. Yeah. Well, guys, I'll be honest, I don't generally use toothbrushes. So I'm going to take a big brush here. Obviously I'm going to get a bunch of dirt back on it. So I'll take my brush here, get some of the water out of the lettering. I don't like leaving, I'm going to end up getting more mud. I think it's necessary. Of course, last but not least, I have D2. D2 is my preferred type of biological killer, and there is some green stuff around the edges here. I'm going to go ahead and spray the whole stone. A lot of this dark brown here, this tan like, is minerals from the ground that soaked into it. But hopefully, as this dries and this D2 starts working, it will at least protect it. I always like to put D2 on them after I'm finished, at least with this method. So there we go. Surgeon William Kimble, the CSA, and then citizen of the United States, died in 1896. See how that D2 turns it that orangish color, right? Biologics, that's what it does. Getting it out of there, killing it. All right, guys, so that's the video. Took care of a couple different veterans today. I raised up veteran Kimble of the Civil War. Took care of the private of World War I down at the bottom end. And I actually did a couple other things. I changed some more flags out, and I ended up cleaning a couple other stones off camera. Didn't want to make the video too long. But if you stuck around this long, it would really mean a lot if you would go ahead and go over there and hit the subscribe button. Right beside it is a little bell. Hit the bell notification, all notifications. Give this video, please, a thumbs up. And go down to the comments and make a little comment. Doesn't matter what it is. Make a little happy face or a thumbs up or whatever. All that stuff is really good for the algorithms of YouTube, and all that stuff really helps out the channel. All my videos are monetized, and the little bit of money that I get from Google each month, if I get something each month, goes right back into getting supplies and stuff like that, to helping all these veterans out. Gas, flags, D2, Orvis paste, everything costs a little bit of money, and that kind of help. Subscribing and liking the videos goes a long way. Guys, I'm tired and I'm gonna go home. And so until next time, in the next video, see you guys.